No sword in my hands, just a will that won't break. I seen modest terror tremble, felt every quake. Sam carried Frodo when he couldn't go on. Now I carry that heart even when hope is gone. Then came Gandalf's staff, lit the sky. Even the darkest times still let light fly. From Isengard fall to Helm's Deep's last stand. I rise with the brave, not just sword in hand. Don't fight for crowns, I don't kneel to fate. I stand like Eo and I won't hesitate. Aragorn's cry, Theoden's charge in the fray. I'm the flame in the dusk till the break of day. I don't fight for crowns, I don't kneel to fate. I stand like Eo and I won't hesitate. Aragorn's cry, Theoden's charge in the fray. I'm the flame in the dusk, the break of day. Oh, of the rings, I give it all. From Moria's dark to mountain fall. So, beyond the pain, we fight till it's over, we rise again. From ashes we rise, we answer the call. We stand for the light, we are one for all. Born with the fire like smog in the air, but I learned from Boromir, beware despair. Power corrupts, the ring's heavy price. Gollum fell chasing it twice. I saw Denethor fall, blinded by fear, while Faramir stood, silent but clear. Galadriel's grace, but a fire inside. She passed on the test, while others just lied. I'm not just a fighter, I'm light through the shade. Like Legolas swift and Gimli unafraid. From Rivendell's peace to the Black Gate's cry, I rise like the eagles, I will not die. Hello, we give it all. From the Shire to Shadow, we heed the call. Hello, beyond the flame, with hearts unbroken, we rise again. Through trolls and breaks, we rise through the fall. We stand for the weak, we are one for all. Hello, through fire and stone, from ends that march to thrones overthrown. Hello, no fear remains, even Sauron's shadow breaks at our name. We carry the ring, we answer the call. We stand as the light, we are one for all. I am here with the fellow of the rings.
Ooh. Good. Oh, jeez. Give me a second. Forgot one thing, boys and girls. Give me just a moment. Good evening, boys and girls. I am, to say the least, exhausted. How is everybody doing? I forgot my green screen in the background. Forgot to put it up. It's kind of hot in here, isn't it? I got my water. What's up, William? We got Grimwald in the house. Angus. Let's go, Noah. I got Fallcraft. Let me look at my chat on the other screen. That's too small looking over here. Failcrafter. How you doing, Failcrafter? Your name seems new in the chat here. Excited that you're chatting here with us. How's everyone doing on this beautiful Friday? I've seen a ton of videos but never been in a stream. Well, welcome to our stream then. Let me see. Is the game screen big enough, or is it too? Let's see what's going on over here. So much is happening, guys. Is it big enough for? cover the entire screen. I think that's good enough now. For sure. No, that was too big. Fieldcrafter, what team do you play in? Let's close this screen. Too many screens open. We started a team 3 seasons ago. BN Banished. What's up? All right. So, why do you feel betrayed? What's going on there? Oh man, distance. The distance is too great. Should be enough time though. What's up, Firefly? Look in world chat. Fellow, please look in world chat. Let's have a look. Lord Jim, I appreciate it, my friend. Sorry, King of the Dead. Whelp, Banish, King Bruce C. Or a light against Burn, Dark Apes. I know apes, but Bruce C betrayed us by never helping. You're always gonna get that. You're always gonna get things like that. It definitely does suck, but at the same time, it's things like that that makes the season kind of spicy, you know. Hughes might actually get the ring. That's an optimistic view. That's very optimistic. Now, I think I explained to you guys a few days ago why I haven't been playing soccer football for some months, right? I think I did. I don't mind losing. Oh man, come on, Angus. We barely started, and Angus already hitting us up with the super chat. Angus just dropped 20 pounds in the super chat, and we are, what, 8 minutes in, brother. I appreciate that support. You have no idea how grateful I am for you to, for what you're doing, man. And you have no idea how much, what it means, to me. So I thank you very much. How's your fellowship going? Oh, King of the Dead. Good guy, by the way. Now, see, look, I really don't mind losing. The only thing I care about is how do I put it? Is how my team works together. Let's put it that way. So if my team in soccer loses, but we are really, really, really trying. Exactly. There you go, Jake. Effort. Good. Best. That's the best word I could have. Better word than I could have used. If my team's putting in effort and working together, I don't care. I really don't care about the result. At the end of the day, this is a game. But the effort speaks, for me. And so, look, why am I saying all this? We lost the pass here in kind of a... I'll have a look in this just a second, Jim. This morning, earlier today, Fire and Neon gathered a lot of forces while we were pushing north. We had gotten all the way over here. We were connected to the crossing over here. This crossing right here. We made all the way over here. We took all these tiles last night and today. Okay? And now all the tiles from all this area here have been eaten in the last 3-4 hours. Everything's gone basically. Okay? You got no eating from the north here. and Ilil right here. And then you have Fire and Neon eating from this side right here. And that's what it is. So now we've been pushed back to the crossing. They took one of our crossings, but now we've taken, no, they took both of them actually. They took both of the ones that were here. Who just hit me? Oh no, it's coming back. It's coming from there. Okay. So they took both of these crossings, and now we took them back, and we are over here. They turned on the 50. Somebody turned. I can't remember who. Somebody turned on the 15-minute counter ring ability. So to take any of these tiles would take us 50 minutes per tile. But the thing is, they also take done that to themselves, and they're still able to move forward. So this is where we are at right now, guys. And to me, more than winning, is just as long as the team is giving effort, the rest doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. That's just a detail. But we're gonna try. We're gonna keep going. Noah B. I'm trying to remember what team you play in. Yeah, King is farming in the east. Let's see here. I'm in a newer warband called Mega. We are with Poke and Dilly. And why do you say that your season is bad? I'm still using LD player. For some reason, it seems like it's working a little bit better. Maybe it's because there's fewer players right here, but yeah. Come on, Galadriel, reinforce. We need you at the front. What's up, Simone? No effort from a few players with big influence. That's always tough. Always. Oh, there we go. We're making a push. Come on, Galadriel. Look, yeah, it does take moral down. It definitely does. Look at all those blue arrows, baby. Nobody's coming. Ignore the arrows. Just ignore the arrows. Nothing is happening, guys. Oh, Lucy. Lucy at the top, yo. All right, come on. 3, 2. Let's go. Andrea, that is true. Activity is everything. Lose or win doesn't matter. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So making sure we just stay active. Come on, we're taking a few down. We're taking a few down. We are in, let's see, like we're in day like 30 something, I believe. 35. So about 20 some days to go. All right, got 7, 8. All right, so the 15-minute timer is down now. So it's only 5 minutes again. Bum, ba-da-da, bum, bum. Forgot to put this here. We're still, I mean, now I guess the math and pole goal is not Guajir R10. It's Guajir Z1. I gotta change that goal. That goal right there, man. We got to R10. Not the goal is Z1, baby. What's up, Shane? I should have enough scrolls tonight or tomorrow to start fighting. What do you mean, man? Oh, I've got 13 over here. Let's go, baby. I need to, so I got that main formation is there. I gotta look into something here. So I need another one. So that, those two. Then I can do it with him. Hit it a second damage. This, and him. Now I need him, with him, and I'm gonna have to be this guy here. Yeah, I don't have any other damage that I actually want to use. I have to be barred, man. I don't want to have to do this. Honestly, don't. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite teams right here. Where's Galadriel? Galadriel got hurt. Gotta pull her back, reinforce. Oh man, jeez. You pull her back and it still gets hit. Oh my lord. This is one of my favorite teams right here. Three damage dealers, huh? Like the trade, who did really well in resources compared to what they're using. He countered me in every single turn here. But it sucks that I couldn't pull my team out in time. I just like using Galadriel. She's just good, really, really good. 36,000 healing, good result. And then did quite well here. You know, took half of his army out. Basically, almost no troops left. So it's not bad. But I prefer to stay alive, so I gotta wait 10 minutes. What's up, Hard Drew? How you doing, my man? Yeah, Hard Drew. My goal is to start, to stream earlier. Allows people to enjoy without having to kind of sit here every single evening. But, good question about Sauron or Austrian something. All right, 28 seconds and we take that tile. Turtle moves now. We'll get it. We get it. What's up, Thanatos? Yes, exactly, Francis. Oh no, that's Francis. This is Francis. Francis. Of course, that's kind of the idea and the goal. Come on, we take it. We take it. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, the tile is ours. Whew. That was rough, wasn't it? Okay, so now I'm gonna have to do this. Guys, don't forget, while you're at it, hit that. I mean, come on. We got 50 people watching, guys. 11 likes. Come on. Hit that like button. Here's the thought. Devs all give us full refund for her before she really blossomed. They did, didn't they? Yeah. They should give us a full refund to give us a chance to use her, but give us full respect refund we can use to rebuild. Okay. When Guahir Zenith? Well, that depends. That depends on y'all. How much you guys like the stream, how much you share the stream, how much you subscribe to the stream. That depends. So Lord is I gotta build my second formation here. I mean, this formation is actually quite decent, so we can pump up these guys. I wonder. You know what I can do in the meantime? Trying to optimize my time as much as I can, so. I like micromanaging myself here. Oop. 5. Look at that. I'm healing, so I'm taking the time to build troops while I heal without using my main conscription queue. Okay, to be fair, fellow, I won't rebuild her. I just want a refund token to undo my Z6 stain. It's not useful anymore. You're not what do you mean? Who you run then, Shane, if you're not using him? I'm currently debating whether to use R7 Saruman or R12 Lurtz with 3 times refined relic. What do you think? I still think your Saruman is going to be better. Personally. Oh man, so few. What's up, Jake? Yo, how you doing today? Keep those lives coming. Well, that's the intention, my friend. R11 Bjorn and R9 Saruman. Gotcha. I have my Z16 benched in my B team. Oh, I'm a rebel. Well, isn't Trolls better than Swans? Not if you're fighting shadows. If you're fighting shadows, you're going to struggle because they don't protect. They don't protect you like Swans do if you're fighting a lot of shadows. So Swans are better. Somebody just coming reinforcement. These reinforcement cutters. Oh, come on, Mouse. Jeez. I guess it's just a waiting game now. You guys take the crossing yesterday? Well, we took the pass. We held the pass for a few days now. But now they took it back. So, what's up, Moscow? Lil 3 Lars. Hate that you guys kill so many of my transports too. How about a reinforcement app? Nope. I'm assuming this is gonna be. Oh, I'm assuming we have Robs here in the live stream. What's up, Robs? No, the hammer. Robs keeps crying for. I think the battery's dying on this one. Let's see if he's still there, sniping my reinforcement. That was not cool, man. That was not cool. Hopefully I can make it this time. Okay, healed quite a bit. Should be good to go for now. Let's do it, boys and girls. What are doing the other's kingdom? Well, they're fighting. They're also fighting, you know. We got Eliot with Noad taking some of their land back in this, you know, kind of in this stretch here on the border lines of Southern Anduin Vale. And then they're also coming this way. It seems that they're working towards taking this pass over here. They're also fighting over here as well. So, a lot of fighting. There's also some fights down here from Dash and Red versus Fire and Neon, which is nice to see. See that these guys have found something for them to do. And we keep fighting here in the middle. We got 25 and 26 million here, 32 million here. So getting close to that 60 million. All right, guys, seems like we're going for another one. Do I have enough troops to send Galadriel right now? Doubt it. Nothing here. Nothing. Not a zip. I should be able to reinforce from this now. Come on, guys. Keep it coming. We don't give up. Javier Perez, D-South should have a battle point of 10 million deaths. That would be a big difference for you. That would be really good, you know? I mean, the more that the players don't give up and keep fighting. That's it. The more we fight, the better it's going to be. All right, guys, we got to land on this tile right here. We need it bad. What do you guys think? Quick question. I'm working on a few things, right, with multiple players, awesome players. Shout out to Terror, my boy, 3 times Terror, amazing dude. We're working on something really cool together. Also, oh man, what happened here? Shout out to Vessi. Vessi and I are coordinating on a few projects together. Man, you guys cannot send on Lucy. Bro, come on. Can't send on Lucy, man. Not like this. I might have to ascend Shadow. Austin, tell me what your jeez Louise, what your Bjorn and Shadow are. Come on, boys, reinforce this baby. Where is my go here? I'm gonna have to do this. Oh no, I don't want eagles. Oh man. Man. You know what? In the meantime, let's just do this. Need a few Zerkers, so might as well start cooking some. What did I ask? I was asking Austin what respect levels his Shadow and his Bjorn are. That's right, Nazgul. Utes took the pass, I think, Monday morning. Fire Neon took it back this afternoon. Purple Kingdom is a season 3 player, Javier. If you're asking. Come on, man. Come on. Lucy and Raz are sitting here, guys. So if you guys are going to land, you have to land the heavy hitters first. Let's see, so there's 25 people. There's 24 people hitting sitting here. Shadow is R12. And Bjorn is only R1, but I've been saving vouchers and gems, so would be a next season thing. Who else is your damage dealer? Gia! Moscow lost the siege because of my stream. Brother, I cannot say that. I'm sorry. Because I'm not. Need to kill every single army on this. They're already taking it back, man. Come on. MSV. Had to be you, didn't it? Had to be MSV. Ooh, that's a tanky one. Come on, yo. Gotta send those beasts. Send them. Come on. You know what? I hope I have all the gear. I mean, he actually might be missing a piece of gear. I might have to stop him. Oh, he's fine. It's okay. Might regret that later, but not so far, so good. What's up, Justo? Honestly, Austin, let me show you this report. Okay, this is probably one of the best examples of a all evil formation. Okay? Look at this formation, all evil, Saruman and Shadow. To me, a great combination. Great combination. Lucy the Demon it's probably the best. Also, no, like not the best because she or he is the only one that has this, but it's been working amazing this formation. So Undyne as the tank, Shadow as the damage deal, one of the damage dealers. Okay. All right. Saruman and then Sauron. Okie doke. To me, one of the best. In this case, I lost. I mean, I had 300 less. You know, 3 levels down here. Not a huge deal, but so that'll put me at 1,000, very close. And in this case, I did more damage. I did 353, but I hit myself because they took 11,000 less of damage. So I would have won the trade in just numbers per numbers if probably my Saruman hadn't hit myself, or Dane, could have been Dane, right? And then the other thing that I like about this report specifically is that Lucy's running more expensive troops here. Right, so they counter me in 3 instances with all my damage dealers. So that's fine. I'll take that. Come on, who's blocking? Is Lucy still here? Oh, Lucy's still there. Holy mo, that's surprising. All right, let's send it. Let's send. Let's go. That's what I'm saying, Jake. I mean, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm here. Just kidding. But I get with you, Jake. 58 people watching now and only 21 likes. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Come on, yeah, Sauron. Oh, second hit. I might wanna pull back. I don't want people freaking taking me out. There we go. 2 pretty okay hits, right, with this formation. Look at this, baby. What's up, Zeph? RH Harky. This is a pretty good hit, actually. I mean, definitely a lot of difference here, but still, I'll take that hit. And did not do too shabby against Epsilons. Getting countered on the unit sizes on these 3. Decent damage. I'll take these 2 hits. All right, guys, it's only 21. Only 21. Yes. Come on. You are a long-time viewer at this point, mate. How are you doing, Zeph? You feeling better, man? There is a good reason for this, Javier. And we'll see. We'll see if it pays off. I'm not sure yet either. It's a thing I'm testing. All right, brother. I really hope you are, honestly. All right, come on, Galadriel. I got home and I basically passed out on my couch. And I needed a bit of a rest. I was just destroyed. All right, we're almost hitting 1 mil. Almost. We're still behind everybody. Getting there. He legit gonna stream every day. Oh, yes, I am gonna stream every day. That is a fact. Just still, I think this might be Mazay's account. Just a different name. Sub Sleepy. Come on, let's see what we do. Who did we hit? Who did we just hit? All right. Baby shark. Necromancer, how you doing, brother? Let Robs play. Oh, he is playing, man. Well, what are you talking about? Oh, there we go. Pull back. Pull back, Galadriel. It's not enough time to click the back button. I don't want... What's up, my friend? I hope you are doing extremely beautifully well. All right, guys. They still have 21 armies here, bro. Why is everybody sitting at the crossing? We need to. I mean, we need to push these guys. Come on, man. Okay, we took out him. Took out Mr. Vibes. See, they're sending. They're sending just numbers at this point, guys. Come on, we need. We need to hit back. I mean, they're hitting. They're sending very expensive units. Very, very expensive units. Looking for somebody. Just look here, actually. All right, so now what we gotta do? What we gotta do? So Exef, he's gonna he's destroying his body for Rise to War. I mean, I made a commitment, whatever that means, you know. So I think it won't take too long for for me to get in the groove of things, and things will just get better. Yeah, there you go. Nazgo, she just said that's Mazai. There you go. So it's confirmed. Francis, they only use expensive units. Well, I mean, they got the resources, right? So, why wouldn't they? They got the resources. And I gotta find me some more resources. I've been able to go really high considering where I was before. Look, guys, I'm taking it for now. I really wish I didn't have to be taking tiles from other players, but I really need them. And so just feel free to take them back when you log in, and just take them back. I really just need them right now. So, just still, has the pin ever been over 100K? No. I hope we get to that point, but it hasn't gone over 100K yet. Not yet. Oh, I forgot to buy. See, this is the time. This is the time now. I get to buy these because I had a lot of resources before. So now we can just do these, and that should help us. What else we got? Do we have any points here that we can buy? Okay, nothing here so far. I might actually buy this one. Yep. Let's do some boosting. You guys know you don't have to keep clicking on the donate anymore. You can just hold it, and it gives you, it goes all the way to the top. Uses all the points. All right, baby, let's use this. Get some resource buffs, some boosts. No, they spent a lot of troops this morning. Too many eagles. Yeah, man, but look, it worked. It worked. So Jake will have one goal in our new season. Beat our 99K pin from last season. Man, do it. We gotta have these goals. We gotta have these things. Where am I going? Oh, let's go over here. "19 armies, but they're sending more now." What's going on? I know, Ghost. I got. You know what? Give me a second here. Now update it. Give me just a moment. Why? Why are you wanting me to update it, Ghost? What's your intention, huh? Let's see. I don't even know where. Oh, it's here. Is it over here? Yes, found it. There we go. I'm really close to Kirun R10. Very close. We are pretty close. So it's page 14 to download. This one, transparent background. Yes, give me that. I do. I have, my goal is to make these other two R10. Actually, let's change that. You're right. Let's change that. Let's change this here. Instead of that, let's use this one. Give me a second. I'm changing the image right here. No, we need to change one thing still. I think it worked. Let's change the image really quick. You missed everything, my friend. Gee, you just missed everything. There you go. There you go. Just for you, Ghost. Our new Mathan poll goal has been updated. And the next goal is to make Kirun R10. After Kirun is R10, then the goal is to make Black Serpent R10. And then we'll see where we go. Please tell me. Okay, both of them are good. Kirun is great as second support. Necromancer barely saw the comp. Been using him nonstop this season. Yes, he is quite good. And there are some awesome ideas that I'm working, testing, theory crafting. Just for you, Necromancer. Everything is off. They are close. They are close, Ghost. We just need a few more polls on them, and we should be good to go. Aragorn PT, yo fellow, how are you doing? Fine, I hope. I need an advice. What is better for Gala tank support? An elven cloak, full refined, or a high elf hauberk, 3 levels refined? Can I be honest with you? I wouldn't refine. Okay, unless you have so much gear that you really, like, you know, it's just have everything is basically done for you. I did, Angus. I did get his relic. That is why we changed to Kirun as the goal now. We're gonna push Guahir to Z1, no doubt. Okay, I just haven't had enough time to fully test. I mean, a season like this is very rough to do theory crafting on large units. Because to theory craft, you have to have a lot of losses, right? To know this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. Boom, this is working. So this is not the time to test them right now. So, but we're gonna push him to Z1, that's for sure. But there's 2 commanders that I really want to get to R10 right now, which are it's Black Serpent and Kirun. I want to get both of their relics unlocked, because there are a few builds for them that I think are going to be exceptional. So wait, give me a second. Give me a second to explain, Aragorn. The only things, if you need to set up more than one formation, okay, the only things that I will fully refine are the weapons and the accessories and anything with command. Okay? Command. So anything with command, accessories, weapons, and anything with damage. HP would be the last in my list. So both of the items you mentioned just now, High Elf Hauberk, which gives HP, and Elven Cloak, which also gives HP. I wouldn't refine unless you really need. So, with that being said, I prefer to run. Look at how am I. This is not even the perfect gear that I want, but look what I'm running for my Galadriel. I'm running the defense because you still want your tank to have close to that 200 defense mark. Vessi has been running an interesting setup on his Gala this season. He's testing a new build. I mean, not necessarily a new build, but he's going basically no focus. Everything that he's making right now is all command and unit defense. And it's been doing extremely well. Now, better than his original build, we don't know yet, but it's doing extremely well. Okay, I'm going to send both of them here to help defend until we decide to do something. I did the first one, so might as well go now. Okay, so that's what I do. Since you're running Gala as your tank, you don't really need the HP. So fully refined or 3 stars refined, it's great. I'd run the high elf halberd. I don't think anyone running Black Serpent on this server currently based on the commander leaderboard. Now, many people won't. They won't be because Black Serpent still needs a bit of testing in how it will work. Essentially, he's also kind of, if you really want to go R10, he's going to be, to really get the benefit, you're going to have to run large units, and not everybody has a formation that supports large units. Luckily, now I do, and so I can run that. Some people are just figuring out you need to donate to Fellowship. I mean, yeah, I check this every day at least to give my 20 credits. This is the last one. I'm so glad they did this here, Fortify Alliance, because up until this update, once you got to level 50, you couldn't get the store stuff anymore because you couldn't donate. Really cool. It's obviously it's such a small detail, but it's a cool detail. By the way, guys, I listen, on my way to work and on my way back, I listen to YouTube. Usually I will use, there's an app that basically doesn't allow ads to pop up on YouTube. So you watch YouTube without the ads. But I've been watching the regular YouTube recently. And every day I'm getting Rise to War ads. Every single day. So it's interesting. It seems that they're investing in bringing more players. It's very cool. It kind of shows a potential really good sign where the game might be headed. There we go. Let's go. Let's just hit that baby. I want Kirun. I had him but lost my account. What do you mean you lost your account, Hardwood? Can't you contact support or something to them help you get it back? So not worth to refine anything, not even weapon. Aragorn. Okay, no, I think you got that part right after. No, you refine weapons, accessories, just nothing with HP in my opinion. Pull. Freaking emulator. Jeez. Why can't the emulator just do a better job? We pretty good hits. Took out 2 full armies here and lost to Raz. Guess we did the same thing here. This guy is always a problem. Good job. We did 335. Ooh, look at that. They did a little bit of madness to themselves. Yeah. All right. Not bad. How many? They still have 23 armies there, though. Give me a second. Okay, 23 over here. I mean, they're gonna keep sending, guys. They're gonna keep sending. We gotta send 2. We're down to 2 over here. But I thought we were on a 2040 push. Which character from Lord of the Rings and Hobbit do you want in this game? That is a very, very good question. Okay, I'll try to pick one from each side to see if there's an evil one that I want and a good side one. Time for some Popeyes. I had Popeyes this week, Turgon. Enjoy your Popeyes, my friend. I have 10 elven cloaks. What do I do with them? Well, use it on another commander if you need. That's what I do. How we doing? How we doing here? Okay, we hit the 1 million mark. Yeah, boy. Need to keep climbing. I love this new feature. I mean, not the new feature, but now that it's not anymore, you know, taking 4 times more to conscript here than it is. All right, so now we are low on troops again. No problemo. We got the answer. We can just do this. Boom, 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 boom. Heal all of these ones. Oh man, you can just buy some of these. Philly and Keely. What would you guys hear? What would you guys like to see? That's a good question from Hard Rule. What would you guys like to see as a commander from Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit in this game? The Balrog, okay. Feely and Keely, that's interesting. Gloin, really? That's some interesting choices there. Glorfindel, that's an interesting one. Oh, I got some of these that we can use, I guess. We gotta just find what we have. Okay, 15K of those. It might be time. It might be time to start trying some mountain trolls. It might be soon time. Okay. What we gotta do now? What's up, Will? What does that fortify actually do? I don't really understand that one. Fortify. What do you mean fortify? Are you talking about this? Oh, fortify alliance just means it does nothing. It does nothing well. It's just you donate just to keep getting the contribution coins for you to exchange for the store stuff here. It really does nothing. It just keeps you. It's just a thing that you can spend, like basically exchange, the points and the grain for those points. That's all it is. You know what? I don't think I would want to see Tom Bombadil. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't think I would want to see Tom Bombadil in the game. Exactly, Noah. You hit it in the nail. For me, Tom Bombadil needs to stay as mysterious as it can be. You see how Rings of Power, trying to bring him to life. I don't think they did a good job. Some people might like it. I didn't really like it. I mean, it was nice to see, but I don't think it made him justice. So keeping him as like a voice in the dark, in the wind, keep him as mysterious as possible, to me is kind of where the charm is for this character. I think it should stay that way. Okay, so I'm sending that issue list. I'm gonna have to go back. Let's go. Necromancer actually fell the ring. Bane just started from season 1 a few months ago, and half of our guys, it was their first time playing. Now after 4 seasons, they got a lot better. I mean, it is, man. I think as players try to learn the game and they get together with a good group of people, you guys, yeah, definitely. So let's see what you guys are saying. Philly and Killy. Put me in, I'll show other trash talkers how to earn merit. Like, no. Balrog. Balrog would be a cool one. That would be a pretty cool one to see. Hopefully they do come out. Glorfin, that would be interesting. Gloin. Smog. Smog would be an interesting one. Talking the books or the movies? I think more people watch the movies than they read the books. Bombur. I went Bombur. Tolkus. Earth says Bandoras took. Also known as Bull Roar took. The story goes that he knocked off the head of the Goblin King, Golfin Bull, during battle, and the head then traveled a distance and went into a rabbit hole. Interesting. Funny how the Gandalf the Great doesn't have a single stun skill. He pulled some insane tricks in Moria or at Dol Guldur Keep. Good point. Good point. What's up, Andre? Gollum on both sides. See, Gollum, well, I think Gollum would be cool as a dual commander. Either they release 2, right? So Gollum and Smeagol, and you can run both. Or a commander that, depending on how you ran him, he would, like, offensive skills, or like if you're using him with good side units, he's like Gollum or Smeagol. And if you run him with defense with evil units, then he becomes Gollum. And then it has different skills depending on if he's Gollum or if he's Smeagol. That'd be kind of interesting. Morgoth, imagine how OP he'd have to be. Sorry, Demon Goddess. No, you're never late. So you still got an hour to go. So you good? You good? Morgoth, Elendil, Fëanor, Fingolf, and Balrog. Those are all epic commanders. You're like a hybrid. Yeah, like a hybrid. Fellow of the Rings, be good damage dealer, huh? What the heck? Smeagol gone with a ring as a relic. That would be interesting for sure. Farmer Maggot. Bilbo. Interesting. Also, Bilbo could be very cool with the ring in his pocket. Could give him very nice effects. That would be kind of cool too. There's so many, but we'll see. Rings of Power comes out. The new season comes out in a few months. We'll see what they plan to do with this. Papi Farah, more lore bonus. Give me Legolas in the same army plus 5%. That's the kind of thing that we really do need. It's, depending on who you run together, you get different buffs. Like, I think they should do things like that. Realistically, I wouldn't see it happening just because it takes more coding and programming. So, Lurtz plus 10% damage versus Boromir. That would be pretty cool. It would be really, really cool. Do you like this series? No, I don't. Look, and I'm not even talking about, like the politics of it and what people say about, I just think it's very poor writing. I'm not even saying the acting. It's just very, very, very poor writing. Sadly, Rings of Power had, with the budget that they had the chance, the power to make this the most epic series ever created. And it's just bad. Look, I watch Lord of the Rings, the trilogy, and The Hobbit probably every 6 months. If not more than even every 3 or 4 months. Usually, I'll watch the extended versions of all 6 movies. And I don't sleep. I fell asleep in the first or second episode of the series, and I was not tired. It wasn't like I worked all day and I was extreme. No. It was a normal day, and it just wasn't good. Very poor storytelling, very shallow. Nothing. Everything is kind of given to you. They have to make it very clear every single scene of who is the hero, who is the bad guy. They're like, it's just poor. Very, very poor storytelling. Yeah, I mean, the actors, they're also not very experienced in acting in general. So, yeah. Like, again, I'm keeping the politics of it out, because then it becomes a more, it becomes a not even a question about the quality of the show, but yeah, the show is just not good, sadly. So, Angus, I'm gonna have to start watching that tomorrow. I love the Andor season 1. To me, great, amazing. It kept me on my toes. Kind of expecting what was gonna happen. So, hopefully, it's gonna be good again. Hopefully, season 2 is good. They made Sauron a weak little dog. They had so much they could have done with that story. Even look, you want to make it different. Fine, I kind of understand. Look, when I first watched it, Galadriel, the whole warrior Galadriel, the way that she, was always OP and talking to every single person, like as if she owned everything. It was really annoying at first, but I could see how the way the season 1 ended. I could see how she, but then again, guys, this is like multiverse type of thing, okay? The way she was blinded by pride and anger, and desire for revenge, she couldn't see who Sauron was, and she was after him. And then so she goes into this journey of enlightenment and trying to get rid of all that anger and stuff. And then she becomes this wise Galadriel that the story tells. You want to spin it that way? Fine. I actually think that the story could be good with her, seeing how Sauron was right next to her. And she was so blinded by rage and revenge that she couldn't see what's right in front of her. I think it would be a cool way to spin. Like I said, not what the book's supposed to be. I would have preferred not to be done this way. But they own the rights. They want to do whatever they want. At least make the story good. And so, I even, that part, I was like, okay. If they spin it that way, Galadriel becomes this wise from, realizing how blind she was. Okay, she can become, the wise Galadriel we all know. Right? Well, the same thing for me. I did not like her. She was unlikable, but I could see she becoming likable if they built her arc well. You know, having this character where you completely despise, and they spin it in a way where you're like, you start understanding her. You know, I honestly, I think that if they were good storytellers, they could spin the story this way, and by the end of the series, everybody would be like, "Oh, she is amazing." But I don't have confidence that they will do that. You know, just still, I agree with you. But then again, this is what I'm trying to pull away. You know, there's enough people on YouTube talking about how it was a travesty to to do what they're doing with the story. You know, the critical drinker, nerdrotic. Those guys are already kind of saying those things. You know, I'm just saying from a pure storytelling point without comparing it to the original works, because trust me, I spent a lot of time being very angry at how they destroyed the original story. So I've been in that journey. I've been pissed about it. So now I'm like, let me just analyze the story for what it is, and just the story in general is just bad. That's the what sucks about this. And I could see them spinning it that way, and I could see myself liking the story at the end, because we don't get a lot of times, a character that starts very arrogant, but then kind of humbles down and becomes the hero that they're meant to be. I could see, no, I could see a story being cool like that, but I don't have confidence that they will. You know, the end of last season to me was just, it was just like what? It was just, ugh. It was just dumb. T-shirts for Armor. What? They had to start investing where the money went. No way that show was that expensive. The show was extremely expensive. Or depending on what show are you guys talking about? Do I like Star Wars? Yes, I like the old Star Wars. Like the story Star Wars, yes. The shows, no. The recent movies, no. Like I said, just poor storytelling. All of these movies, just very, very poor storytelling. This is why I told you guys I like RPGs, is because of the stories, and they just don't make good stories. They're not making very good stories. Most of what people consider good stories are anything with extreme violence or extreme pornography, anything with extreme something like this. People are loving, but they don't love. People don't really like good storytelling. So they give you exactly what somebody said here. Who said here? Oh, Whale. They have to start investing where that money went. Exactly. Well, that's what people are doing. They're investing where the money goes. You know, porn and extreme violence movies and things like that. People want to watch those things. So it's incredible. One of the movies that got the most amount of Oscars didn't need any of that. Think about that for a second. Lord of the Rings didn't have nudity, did not have sex, did not have extreme violence, and yet was the greatest movie of all time. And people can't seem to understand the recipe for success for movies. But anyways. They should have made in... yeah, that's the one. Demon Goddess with an interesting feedback, There we go. All right, so both reinforcing now. All right, guys, they're down to 22. Down to 22. I haven't seen The Last of Us. That is a show I haven't seen. New Andor is great. Just saying. I gotta watch Andor. Haven't had time to watch series, guys. I've been too busy spending 2 hours and a half on Rice Tour live streaming every day. No time. I'm literally at the drive-thru at Popeyes. Oh man, Popeyes is so good. I had Popeyes this week. It's so good. Who's the best opponent you faced before? Me? In terms of a single team, probably Iron. Most teams will play with other teams to make their lives easier. Most teams will do that. The best team I've played against was probably Iron in RP when I was playing with the Pirates of Middle Earth. You guys might remember that. It ended up being 400 of us versus no. At that time I think it was still just 200 of us versus 100 of them. Why do I just live stream Andor? That's an idea. And they were crazy resilient. Crazy resilient. Just all of them. And I remember this was the time in 1.0 still. And we were fighting. They always played Erebor. So they always obviously spawn here. Within 2 or 3 days, okay? So let's remember, they usually will spawn in this area. Within 2 or 3 days, remember, this is 1.0 era where you can only move, it had to be tile by tile. You had to be connecting. You guys remember that, right? Had to be connected in order to move to the next tile. You couldn't just go, if there's empty tiles everywhere, you couldn't just go from one to the other. You had to tile every single one. Saint, their craziest tiler, in like 2 days, he went from here, okay? So look at the map. If you guys remember 1.0 time, all the way to this area here in like 2 days. Okay, 2 or 3 days. It was insane the speed in which they moved. It was incredible. Probably one of the best teams, one of the best opponents was Iron RP. I mean, they are planning on remaking Harry Potter as well. Like, why not make a story in said world from another time or perspective with good storytelling, of course. That's a good question, Ghost. I think this is why I think Andor is doing so well. This is why I think Andor is doing well, because it's using different characters, really unknown characters, in a story that's captivating, engaging, and fun. So I agree with you. I don't know why they try to use old characters and just ruin the story with something that they want to sell. No idea. Very good point. And there's 100 plot, especially if you love espionage, and I do. So, I mean, season 1 was great. If season 1 is anything to expect season 2 to be, then yeah, should be good. All right, guys, they're both reinforced. Let's send them over here to help protect the crossing from hits. Just still, am I really the only one who finds Ender really boring? I don't know, man. It's just still so far. It seems so. Haven't seen anybody else say it's bad. kick him from the stream. I actually had the same thought, and I was like, I'm gonna make a joke of kicking. Like, no. Oh yes, Pathy was a different animal back then. Oh yeah, completely. Completely. It was completely different. Let's go. If you want me to get it. Anyone know if RP Fellowship's planning on coming NRP? Solo Fire are only ones I heard that swapped. I haven't heard of any. I personally haven't heard any other RP teams going NRP. The thing is, I think RP Evil has such a good time going into NRP. What's up, Green and Gray? Did I watch Rogue One? Yes, and I loved it. Again, a good show, different storyline. It had connections with the original one. Great story. Very sad ending, but good story overall. I liked it. Can I recall? Can I recall once they land? Both of them are gonna land. Oh, sorry, he meant just to. Man. I know he's gonna get wiped. Rings of Power has become actually quite good. I've been really enjoying these changes to Rings of Power. It's been quite good. I must see. Okay, so Sleepy. Oh, Sleepy, why? Why? Man, some expensive units you got there, mate. Azog, what happened to you, man? See, look at that. Pure evil formations. Doing incredibly well. No good side right there. No good side. Nowadays, Necromancer, probably, yeah. I think TE is also good. It's also a fun one. Yo, let's go. Shout out to Demon Goddess with a 240 and 250 super chat. I appreciate this, my lady. And her message is dark. Sparta is the best team, in my opinion. Demon Goddess, thank you for the super chat. And tell us, where is this team right now? Right. Good night, fellow. Take care. Tired from working. See you tomorrow. Angus, bro, thank you so much for the super chat early. I appreciate it. You have a great evening. And see you tomorrow. For sure. See you tomorrow. Just so I understand, but the show was so boring. I'm noticing guys with purple gear and lower rep doing much better this season. What changed? I honestly probably turned on just the choice in troops. Ironically enough, I can super chat, but can't become a member. What? What's going on? Come on, YouTube. Somebody wants to support me. You're saying no to them? Jeez. Unbelievable. You know you was going to fight Sparta for that crown. Man, we nice people. We nice, man. Season 1 Andor was awesome, especially the jailbreak with Smeagol. Season 1 was incredible. I loved it. I have to rewatch it now. Demon got it. While they're on the server with apes, Rusi be banished or something. BSHN and then King. Okay, so it was the season that somebody was commenting a little bit earlier. Okay. Now, they made some kind of change on the back end, guys, with purple gear. It used to be fish shooted. Now they're doing better. Something changed, I'm sure of it. Well, I'm going to have to do some digging then because I'm not aware of any changes. Okay, so I'm going to have to pull her back now. Thing is, somebody's coming. That's going to kill me. Watch. All right, somebody was kind. Oh, there you go. Soon as I was pulling her back. Who's the punk? Had to be you, Ras, didn't it? Are you serious, Nazgul? Luckily, I took 3/4 out of your troops' lives. Look at the madness. Let's have a look. Oh my lord. Oh my. Oh my. Yep. This is why I am looking to build a key room for myself. The amount of CC he can provide is actually pretty good. I-14, huh? Well, because he can, Turgon. These two skills right here, you know. It won't proc every time that many, but you have here, you know, two formations, 15% every single round. Okay. And remember, it can be commander and units. I have to look in detail. But then you also have here, rounds 3, 6, and 9. You have either one of these proc, you know. So that's very, very high. That's very surprising. Remember we started Blue Mountains and ended and wanted to farm Eriador. We started the 6th or the 7th in farm on Panda server. Now dropped to 13th. Yeah, that's rough. We were first for a couple of weeks and then we dropped to like 8th. From 1st to 8th, it's a big drop, man. No bueno, no bueno. See where we are. Okay, so we are behind Francis now. Not like anyone's counting. So he's still 1.5 levels away. She is in her last level. Okie dokie. So do we have more troops? I have enough for one right now. 12. You're getting a 12 piece? Man, I don't know. Do they have a 12 piece at mine? I usually get the 8 piece for myself. 12 piece? You're really hungry, aren't you? Have you ever heard of ego nuking and on strong structures and as settlements and fortresses? What do you mean, Wallstead? Can you rephrase that? Have you ever heard of ego nuking on strong structures as settlements and fortresses? Yeah, people do that all the time. If I'm understanding, feeding my family row, home my wife and kid. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, 12 is good for the three of us. That's a good one. I usually eat about five myself, 5 or 6. Just Dill, what is your favorite? Okay, you gotta. If you guys are asking the guys in the chat here, you gotta at them because I'm gonna be answering the question, Just Dill, and you're gonna say, "Oh, actually, that question was for Turgon." I'm gonna feel like an idiot. And the last thing I want to do is feel like an idiot. Necromancer, you added me twice or demon goddess? Oh no, okay, that's you're adding demon goddess. There you go. No, that's not me. So me, okay, you mean me. Okay, gotcha. My favorite Lord of the Rings movie. That's a tough one, man. You're hurting me here. I would probably have to say probably the last one. But because of some specific scenes, I really, really, really like The Return of the King. But for a specific for specific scenes. But I don't know. I honestly don't have a favorite because to me it's just a series. It's just one big thing. I I don't have. I love the beginning. No, just hearing that Shire music when it starts. Whew, it's just so good. I love the Moria part. Also love the Battle of the Two Towers. When it's just so good when Haldir shows up at Helm's Deep, and then he dies. It's just everything's epic about it. When Sam goes into the water without knowing how to swim because he's just like, I'm not leaving you. I'm going with you. You're not going alone. And he just goes in the water and he can't swim. Oh man, it's just too much. Too much. I know Haldir wasn't in the books. I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like, just looking at the movies as a masterpiece, just those scenes, kind of really stand out to me. Whenever I find out the discrepancy between the book, the I know. When I find out about the discrepancies between the movie and the books, the movies and the books, it also gets me a bit angry. Like, why did you have to put Arwen instead of Glorfindel? Right? It's Glorfindel, right? That saves Frodo. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it Amador Valor? What's going on the last weeks? It's the first time on the game that you do 17. When he says directs mean lives, in a row, bro. The goal here, Amador, is to be live every day now, every single day. That is the goal. Love the end of the Return of the King when Aragorn sings in Quenya. Great harmonies there. That is, yeah. I mean, I love that ending too, where the hobbits are gonna bow to Aragorn, crowned king. Oh, and then he just says, "No, you don't. You don't bow to no one." Whew, that is just gives me the goosebumps still. Let's see what Necromancer. Because Necro, you keep adding at Demon Goddess, and then out of nowhere you at me. So you said forever or a certain time. What do you mean forever or a certain time? The horns of the Rohirrim charge. Can I tell you the first time? And I tell my wife, because usually my wife and I we watch the movies together every time. And at the very end, oh yeah, that is good one. That is a good one, Turgon. When Gandalf shows up with Elmer and they just ride down the hill. Oh, it's just so good, so good. You know what's gonna be? What I think is gonna be great is when they Demon. Where? Oh, Demon left us. Okay. When? Oh, she's here, man. They make it so you can basically be part of the movie in different like with different character places through VR. I think that is gonna change cinema forever if this ever becomes a thing. Imagine you watch the movie from Frodo's point of view the whole time. You know, and then you watch the movie only through Frodo's point of view, and then you watch it through Sam's point of view, and then you watch it through Gandalf's point of view, you know? Or if they're not going to do that, at least you have main character. You can switch between characters that are part of the story that, you know, the plot is going through. Oh, that'd be so epic. Imagine just being in Elmer's seat, riding down that hill. You know, just experiencing that moment. Oh man, that's gonna be so. Or being Gandalf the Grey falling down with the Balrog. You're fighting. You're like watching Gandalf fighting the Balrog as if you were Gandalf. Whoo, that would be like next level cinema right there. I think that's gonna be next level cinema. Necromancer, I want to know what you asked there. You said forever or a certain time. Are you talking about me streaming forever or a certain time? You think that would appeal to the masses though? I think it depends in how. Yeah, I mean, I hope to be doing streaming forever. That's the goal. So Rise to War until the last day that when they say the game is shutting down, I plan to be here. Unless something changes, right? I don't know the future, but and then we go to something. We go to the next Lord of the Rings thing. What's gonna be the next game? And what's gonna be the next thing to talk about? So that's my goal. My goal is to be here. That's why I'm here every day, guys. It's to to keep that consistency, so you guys know that I'm gonna be here every day. Sleepy, good question, but I think it just all depends in how cinema and how we use technology moves to the future. You know, if Oculuses become cheaper or, you know, better, then I think it could be. I think Ready Player One, it could be the future of gaming if you know, if how depending how the technology goes. But I do think it could. Kind of wish Chisgo stuck around. Oh yeah, thank you for complimenting somebody else in my stream. Yeah, that's so nice. I'm just kidding, by the way. Chisgo is one of the first guys that I was watching when I first came on. I do. It does suck. I do miss. There are a few guys that I really, really, really loved watching their streams and their videos. Demon, I'm just joking. Chisgo is one of them. I really liked it. He's very engaging. I really miss, you know, Randy RTS. It was always fun watching his videos. Let's see. Azra and Ombra. I miss watching Ombra's videos. I like him. I mean, honestly, every content creator that stuck around in the game was really fun to watch. I mean, Godalo, he was here for a little bit. You know, he was. I loved watching his videos. The way the way that he presented things was fun to watch. From time to time, I go back to his videos just to kind of see. Let's see who else. All at me, all things Middle Earth. I miss watching his videos. HJW, he's still making videos. I think he's posting less often now, but he's still doing it. King Under the Mountain has been fun to watch. Yeah, all those guys, it definitely. EJU. He was also doing videos back then. Who quit pretty quick? Yeah, but Chisgo said why. He explained the reason why he quit. And it makes sense, it makes sense. The reasons why he ended up playing makes sense. But sadly. Salt, King of the Mountain, you fellow are the only guys I watch. I'm glad you guys are still rocking on. I hope I'm still doing this. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I hope that I could make more money doing this, so then I could focus on just doing this. But I never started this 3.5 years ago for the money. But I hope to be able to make a living in the future from this. But it's a long-term game, and just gotta stay. Yeah, man. VR in 15 years is going to be next level. Just think how the technology has advanced in the past 10. I agree, and I hope it becomes more affordable, better quality, and I really want to see games that use full VR and it looks real. I really want to see movies that utilize VR. Too much invested in the game to quit. I mean, definitely there is an element obviously considered into that, but it's not the reason why I've stuck around. So the fact that I've put a lot into the game is not really the reason why I stuck around, but it plays, from time to time, that does play a factor. That would be, Turgon said, I would be crazy if I would love to be happy to see gondoling someday. Yeah, I mean, something like that where you can really get immersed into the epicness of the fantasy world. I still think nobody has really scratched it. I don't think people have scratched it. I think we're going to get there sometime, but we're not there. We're kind of far from that yet. Yes, there's a lot of great guys still playing, streaming, uploading, but the old days were so great. Yes, they were. They were. I avoid thinking about the first year and a half of this game. It felt like a dream when you think about it. Too much time invested to quit. That's the reason. Watch At Me a lot. The reason I found Rise to War, came across Godal and Randy a bunch of times. But I think it kind of summarizes what Turgon said. We stick around because we love it. And at the end of the day, yes. I mean, even just the music, just the little sounds from the game. I keep wondering why my music is not playing better. Yeah, keep that music coming. There we go. Yo, Demon Goddess with another super chat. Free money. Just kidding. Lovely dream. Hope you get there. I appreciate it. Well, we're going to get there. You guys are very supportive. And shout out to a good friend, UE. That's all I can say. UE has been, we had a chat, and yeah. We're here for the long run, guys. Definitely. Heat the reason. Gotcha. Not many other games around which are at the level of this game. Mobile, definitely. There are other games that are amazing, but they're different. And I've gotten so used to this kind of game and the pace of this game, and still the free to play, or the maybe someday I can do live stream. Turgon, man, we would definitely be watching you. You just gotta start. Definitely be watching you. So the aspect of this game still is so different from other RTS mobile games that I even tried. I tried Age of Empires, and not really a fond of it. This game somehow was still able to keep a pretty, the competitive side of the game is not reliant on just buying things, resources and troops and things like that all the time. You can't do that in this game. So they've kept it pretty well balanced in a way. Other games have not been able to do that. Reese Gerst, I kind of miss the game and how it used to be, but love checking in on your videos still. I appreciate it, man. I luckily from the streams, I think we've been able to get some people that quit the game to kind of come back and try it again, and it's been nice. The game it took a little bit of adapting. Having to go use four command instead of one. I still think there isn't a. I don't think there is enough. Commanders yet for the meta to be diverse. Like, for example, I was hoping to have a meta where it's completely just healers, where you can just heal your formation the whole time and barely lose anything. Even if you're not doing damage, you can just kind of tank. There's a lot of things that I hope that the game will change in the future, but it's definitely in a good, stable state, I'd say. I think. I need to get some stuff to set it up, like a mic, quality mic, and camp. Bro, just get a Logitech 4K camera for like $100, and then a USB podcast microphone for a couple $100, and you're set to go, man. Just get it going. Nazgo said the game is heavily relying on activity coordination, strategy, and power Kraken to do with it, make it easier. But a idle Kraken is worth nothing if he does not path. That is true, man. That is true. I've experienced that in many teams where the guy is very big, but he's not very active. So doesn't really help, right? If you're not playing. Demon Goddess, can you give me money? Least you could do after my Diplo last season. All right, so Galadriel's coming. They've gathered another 31 armies here. We got much more, but we kind of been sitting. I'm not that rich. Kind of been sitting here for some time now. How barracks looking? They're okay. I mean, I'm training some more troops now. They're okay, just okay right now. Got a bit of resources. The issue is I have a lot of troops, but they're not the troops that I'm running in this formation. So I need to swap a few things around. Train some more of these guys. Now, if I train. See, 1,000 of these, 900 of these. Let's go 1,000. An hour and 2 minutes. 38, 38, and 19. 38, 38, 19. Look at that. Ooh. Okay, what I'm gonna have to do then. I have to make a quick change here. These guys are staying for now. I really like halberdiers, but they're kind of squishy. I like these guys, but they're all. Let's do this really quick. I'm gonna have to start. Yep, just for now, guys. Just for now. Don't worry. It just sucks I get stone. Oh, it's ore. Good. Least of my problems, at least. Alright, so if we train 1,000 guardians. Alright, so 37 minutes. 36, 36, 25. I'm trying to look at a couple of things here really quick. So these guys are to build. It takes a little bit longer to train them, but they are almost just as expensive as guardians. They just take more time, but resource-wise, they're almost the same. Now, if I did these guys, they are they're much faster and quite cheaper too. Barely. No, I mean, it's definitely the timing is a bit off, and I'm using. Oh, that's true, right? Because neutral units don't get the buff. You're right, NAJ. I might have to do 37 minutes for 1,000. You are correct. I mean, these guys are tankier, so why did I do that? Okay, I have to train some of these guys for now. They're faster to train, tankier, so I'm gonna have to be testing them a little bit. I mean, guardians are kind of your go-to, standard units, but let me try. Okay, I'm not running. So 238. Let's see what I have. I really wanted a defensive one. I wanted to try something. Exactly. Crushers are great, but people running Bjorns does quite a bit of damage to them. So I can use Alright, keep that going. Further one Sam. Okay, I need another tile. Another 8 or 9 tile. Here we go. Necros, if I wouldn't be rocking a 900 to 1,000 account. That's over 14 seasons, by the way. My account has 65 invested. It has, I think, 13 to 15 seasons. Oh, I was going to ask you guys this, okay? What do you think? What are the things that we still miss or we lack in the community to help players improve their game? Somebody taking my tiles. No, I took that one. No, they're taking my tiles up north. So I'm going to have to switch for the ones down here for now, guys. Sorry. What's up, MSV? How you doing, you firecracker? More Lotr time. That's one. Sorry. Okay, well, in this case. No. So let me rephrase this. What are we missing in terms of information for the players? From players to the players that will help you guys to be able to run your formations better, or for you to enjoy or play your season better. Because I still get a lot of DMs. Necromancer, you take care, brother. See you in the next one. Okay, so look, Demon Goddess gave a good feedback. I think Gores covers most of it, but only thing they lack is personalized gear builds for free to play or low spenders. So I mean, I think it probably Gores probably does cover most of that too, but maybe the information is not very clear for free to play. Maybe for them to understand how it works. So I understand what you mean, Demon Goddess. Is there a good chest for Gala? That's a good question. I don't remember. I do not remember. Oh, King of the Dead is all the way over here. It's very difficult to guide free to play. It really depends on their draws. That's true. That's true. Make more of a lottery system with the tavern tips, like a 10 mythic respect to random player every day. That'd be interesting. I only need one respect level to get her relic. That's awesome, Justil. You get him, man. Or the surprise, instead of a 5K stone, a gold item per server. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, it'd be Papi de Fera, you're saying the things that the game could give us, and honestly, I doubt anything like that will come. But I still get what Demon Goddess said is it's an interesting take, because most of the messages I get, most of them, are related to more lower spender mid level. And so maybe that's something that we can work on, is make sure that the guides do say specifically, to free to play players what they should focus on. Okay. Because it's funny, I still get lots of messages, and a lot of messages in those chats. I go on Gore's Discord and others. People are still asking how they should build their formations, when it seems it's kind of, like information is out there. So I'm thinking, what can we do to make it easier? Sleepy, that is true. The Rise to our community, in my experience, is one that is really kind to new players that want to learn and improve. That is very, very true. I think a lot of T2 commanders are overlooked, but they got potential. That's true as well. Dark Nimbus, that's very true. Demon Goddess said it's very true. That's why I really appreciate the Professor, aka Daddy LSR. Who was that? And obviously, Vasky, for taking the time to look into and solve this issue. What did AJ say back there? Random server where you're randomly assigned to a region, have to play with whoever you land with, mixes new players and old more. Although I agree that would be interesting. I think with the current nature of the game, that would not sure if that would cause more harm than good. Not sure. There is a way to send your commanders and your troops in the chat to get help and ideas. That is true. I don't think anybody has really been using it. And I'm not really sure if it's that useful either. Because I don't think, can you, I mean, I'll try that later and see if it actually works. Gabriel França, this game still continues pay to win. I mean, if it's a game where you spend to improve, it always is a little, you know, but it's not as bad. Bye bye, whoever that was. Who was this one? Oh, it was you, MSV. Oh man. That hit Dane pretty hard. You still did a lot of damage though. That's crazy. Gabriel, esse jogo ainda é pay to win. Ele continua, né? Porque se você tem que gastar dinheiro para poder ter heróis melhores, ele sempre vai ter essa natureza. Mas está muito melhor do que a maioria dos jogos. Acho que provavelmente qualquer outro jogo que seja mais ou menos pay to win, ele está muito melhor. It's probably because they look up to you as a player, valuing your time more than what they read on Discord or something. I mean, that could be true, but that's why I'm asking you guys this question, because it is easier for people to watch a video than it is to read through, you know, multiple. You have to be very invested in the game, and I'm not saying de nada, Gabriel, and I'm not saying, when I say invested, it's not money wise. You have to be really invested, like mentally. What's up, Maxin? You have to be invested mentally in the game in order to really sit down and want to study and learn. I remember the first few seasons of the game, we had the Forge, right, with Randy and Fish Wizard and whatnot. But it still took me quite a bit of time to really learn the mechanics of the game. And so I think it's the same thing for a lot of players. It's, you know, you might see all that information, but many come to this game because they like Lord of the Rings, not because they like, you know, RTS games. It's the lore, the IP that got us. Exactly. So videos, I mean, definitely help explain things, you know, because there's so much that you can put in a text where it becomes overwhelming to understand. So good feedback though, because that's one of the things that I was talking to Vassi recently, like last week, you know, to a couple of other people. All right, you be back in 8 minutes. Good. We're talking about that. You know, let's try to make some, you know, make things that can kind of cater to low spenders, free to play low spenders, mid, even the tier list. Just still have a great night, brother. You take care. See you hopefully tomorrow, but if not, see you when I see you, or see you when we see you. And even the tier lists, you know, are free to play. Take care, Hard Rule. Have a good night. See you tomorrow as well. Going back, so even the tier list can be a bit confusing because, you know, let's talk about, you know, maximum potential commanders. The free to play, they hear like, okay, yes, okay, that's cool that a Z20 Dane it's S tier, but what about a R4? I need to know where he sits in the meta, because likely I will never give my Dane to R10, but I still want to enjoy the game, and I think that's the majority of the players. Now, 0.0001 are players with 200,000 plus accounts. That's the 0.00001. Everybody else is in that, you know, very low spender free to play level. And so you guys, thank you, because you guys gave me a really good idea on how to solve this. That's a Nazgul. That could be one. Just do a tier 2 list and keep the T3 commanders out. That could work. I'll think about that. But even maybe we can even consider, a free to play, a R4, all R4 tier list, because then you really get a little bit more of the power of the potentially of the T2s, Because as a free to play, I still think you can get a commander to R4 within 10, 15 seasons, which is a couple of years. I do think, with spending very low, maybe the season pass and like the very cheap packs, and then being very focused in a commander. And so R4 I think is doable for a very low spend. It definitely takes time, but it's doable. So I like the idea though. I like the idea of maybe, not focusing always on tier 3s. Maybe that could work, But then again, somebody that's going to get a T2 to R4, would they be better off getting a T3 to R4? Because maybe the T2 can be their second damage tier. So you can focus on maybe one tier 3 and one tier 2. Gabriel, eles ainda estão no jogo, tanto os dois, CLF e eu, Francis. Aí sim. Okay, so we're defending this. Why are we taking this one? Interesting decision, guys. All right, so we don't have anything to read. There's no units close that we can reinforce quick. Is there? Nope. Yeah, I'm not wasting 10 stamina on that one. Three, two, one. Go. We took it. Yeah, boys. Oh, now it's defending. I just wasted stamina on that baby. Let's guard this. I was just guarding, and I dropped it to attack, and then. É, eles continuam assim. All right, boys and girls, we kind of passed the 2-hour mark, and you guys know the drill. We're gonna wrap up tonight's live stream. We're here at this, as you guys can see, we're still at this. We passed the crossing to the west side, and now we're just holding to our lives here, while the other guys are essentially just pushing with pathers and whatnot. They've almost connected. They're basically connected to each other now. Yep. Ooh, somebody just hit me. Ghosts, have a great evening, my friend. All right, so we hit one. Oh, that was MSV. Man, I got wrecked in the second one. Too many expensive units. Good night, Sleepy. This is a pretty big, pretty hefty dude. All right. Not a good result here. Not at all. But all right. But you guys know the drill. We're gonna close our live stream for tonight. Don't forget, just before you leave, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and just stay tuned. Hopefully next week I'll be able to post both on my Discord, also on the banner of my YouTube channel, the exact times it will be live streaming, so you guys can kind of expect these times every day. So it's not one day this, one day that. Hopefully I can work that out this week. But until then, we're still gonna be here every day. All right. I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate Demon Goddess, Angus for the super chest day. I'm truly, truly grateful. Also, you guys, just for chatting here, bringing the community together. I honestly am grateful to that. All right. So you guys take care. Have a great evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone.